Johnny, a spirited fight back after being 1-0 down at half-time. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was always going to be a tough game. We knew that from the outset, so we were up for it. But, we had most of the ball as usual, and especially first half, we had a lot of it, but in the wrong part of the field, I believe. And then they got a goal out of nothing, basically, from our mistake again. And that's been the problem for us this year, where whilst we've been going behind teams in the first half especially, it's been our mistakes. So teams haven't played to sort of score a goal. We've actually made mistakes for them to score. So we've got to stop that, otherwise we're going to get punished badly in one game. So, but knowing that's our spirit, and we just go out there. We'll just keep on playing. We wall them down as much as possible. We got a goal deservedly, and we should have had another one, maybe two. We created more chances the second half. That's football, but I'll take a point here. It's a very hard place to come to, so we'll take that and move on.
The team's made a habit of coming back to get results this year. I mean, against Hume, Pascoe, now Kingston. Do you focus more on the fight they show to get back into the game, or the disappointment letting those goals and copying those goals to start with?
Well, again, I say to you, we've come back from games like that because we've given them the ball to actually score. So, especially Pascoe Vale, I mean, it was just another pass back, and we gave them the goal and they scored. And same today. So we've got to be careful with that, and otherwise we're going to not be able to fight back against a team who's going to be well organised, and we're going to lose the game. So that's something we have to eliminate. And if we do that, we won't have a problem. We won't, because when you got control of the game, we had them running around everywhere trying chasing. They were chasing shadows at some stage in the first half, especially. But credit to them. They got the goal. They're a hard nut to crack. There's no doubt about it. And they've got some very good players. I've always said that. And like I said, I'll take a point away from here and move on.
Do you think the team's playing at 100% capacity? I mean, you never always are, but how far off, do you think really clicking, do you think the boys are at the moment?
Yeah, I don't think you ever can be 100%. There's no doubt about it. But we're getting there. Don't forget, this is a brand new team, and we've got some new boys from interstate who've come in and seen our style of playing, and they're adapting to it quickly, which is good to see. For us, it's all about now, trying to keep everyone healthy. Whilst we've got a point today, and we're happy with that in some sort of way. The biggest loss was Jack Webster at the moment. We're hoping that the scans won't show anything too bad at the moment, but it doesn't look good.
And how far away is Nick Lovin and Stipper?
Well, Nick should be back by Friday. I don't know if he's starting off, but he should be back by Friday. But yeah, Stipple looks a while away at the moment, sometime in May, June. So for the second round, we got him. But yeah, we've had some unluckiness with these injuries because they're just all impact injuries. There's no been soft tissue injuries. So we're looking after them conditionally. They're all well, but these impact things you can't avoid. So Jack's a big loss for us. So we're going to have to. Some boys are going to have to step up now and really show what they're worth.
Given your attacking additions in pre-season, one player that many would have expected to fall by the wayside was Lambros Onos, but he started every game this season. He's scored 3 goals. How pleased are you with him? Not only his work rate and performances on the pitch, but also off it and his attitude.
Yeah, look, we always knew that if Ross was in the right environment, he'd give you the best he can. And at his age, he's given us a lot more than we expected. He's trained well, trained very hard pre-season. He got obviously some injuries at some stage, and that was all because he was working hard. So, and he looks after himself. He's always looked after himself off the field. So he's been a professional. He knows what it's about, and coming to us, he knows that what Bentleigh's about. So he's adapted well. He's very well liked in the dressing room. He's a bit of a character also, which you need. He's got a bit of personality about him. But, it's the players around him also that make him look good too. So if you haven't got those players around you, you can be the best player in the world, and you won't show up. So, but I'm happy, I'm pleased for him because, we know his capabilities, and he can be obviously a dangerous player, and what he did with that goal today was exceptional.
A hallmark of your sides has been players that can play a number of positions that are very versatile. One player tonight that played in an unfamiliar position, Bentleigh. How did you assess his performance? He certainly didn't look out of his depth at right back.
Well, I've got a secret. Benny Litfin played right back all his career. So you reporters maybe have to do your homework a bit more, I suppose, on him. Sorry to say that, Damir, but he actually came up to me about 3 weeks ago and said, "Jay, all my life I've played right back, which was fantastic because Nick Lavin got injured, so and we didn't have anyone. And Benny's played 2 or 3 times now on right back, and he's done exceptional now. But we also know what he's like up front, and well, as a 10, he can score goals also. So we're quite lucky, and I've always liked to sign players who can play one or at least 2 or 3 positions. Why not? I mean, you need that at some stage. And look how today now, we needed him at right back. Next week it could be someone else, wanting to play a position that they don't normally play. So, we're lucky in that respect, and we'll keep on doing that until it's no good anymore. But there's no doubt it gives me releases a lot in problems that we've got.
And while you've got a lot of options going forward, in defence, particularly with the injuries that made it hard for you, you've had to adjust. Going into the mid-season transfer window, which is still a few weeks ago, is it definitely the target to restock in those defensive areas?
Well, we obviously will look at it. There's no doubt about it. We'll see how Jack pulls up and see what the doctor tells us in the next couple of days. And if it's a long-term injury, then definitely we'll go into the transfer market. Don't forget, we've also got some great young kids coming through. So Charlie Fry and Joe O'Connor, who are 2 defenders. So it's their opportunity now until that opens, which is in June. So it's still 5-6 weeks away. Maybe 7. So these boys will get the chance, and it's up to them to prove themselves. And if they do well, then we might not have to go into the transfer market. And if that's what the NPL is about, then so be it. And this is what we want. We want to start producing kids and showing what they're worth.
Thanks for your time, Johnny.